Okay. Start with me.
All right, so 30 seconds. Anything you want to talk about, but make it as a presentation, and then we'll offer a couple of feedback. We'll just go all the way down the row, all the way down. You get to be last. Okay, fire away.
Okay, that's thanks, my name is Adi. I'd like to talk about my favorite football club, and that's Manchester United. I started supporting them in '99 when they beat Bayern Munich. I mean, in the space of 2 minutes, they won the cup, Champions League Cup. And that was back then in '99 where I was watching a black and white TV. I actually couldn't see the colors properly. I later realized that Manchester United had won because colors were quite blurry and all that. So I like Manchester United because you'd realize that they don't have so many great players in there, but with teamwork, they come together and they deliver a good performance, and that's one of the main reasons I like this. I like perseverance, and I don't like individual brilliance. Yeah. Thank you.
Okay, very good. All right, before you sit down, thoughts, ideas? I thought it was real good. Use your hands, modulated voice, moderated voice. You okay? Okay.
Alright, so I'm going to talk about some reading that I was doing about the function of the subconscious and the conscious mind, which I found
Can you move a
interesting.
little bit over to this side so that
So I can get the camera.
I think the recording would probably be better if we actually saw you.
Alright, so yeah, I was saying I was reading a book about the function of the conscious and the subconscious mind, and I found it interesting. You guys should look at it. It talks about how the conscious mind is what takes input into your brain, and it uses all the five senses, and it interprets it and sends it to the subconscious mind, and the subconscious mind is what now affects how we react, our emotions. And the cool thing that I've discovered is, like, you can program your subconscious mind to just take input that you like, and that you can filter things that you don't want to bother you, and you can filter things that you want to bother. It's like a stress balance in your life. So that's it.
Okay, very good, thank you. Any feedback? A couple of times so you're looking down.
Yeah.
Okay, that's okay. Okay, next.
All right.
Anywhere to the podium and the beginning of that. Perfect. All right. That's good.
All right. So I think I just want to talk about why I chose to come to the boot camp. You know, when I heard about it, I got really excited. A chance to come and maybe learn some skills that I don't know, may give me an edge. So when I got accepted, I was jumping on walls and whatnot. So I came here, figured, you know, I'd get to see Atlanta, I get to meet new people. And then I saw the schedule and realized I wouldn't see much of Atlanta. I should have probably paid more attention to the word boot camp. But it's been very good. I've learned a lot. I've met some really nice people. I hope to stay in touch with a lot of you. Yeah.
Yeah, very good. See, he made us laugh.
Yeah.
Eye contact was great. Just did this line. That's a nervous thing, and everybody does it.
Okay, I'm Gilbert.
A little bit over this. Perfect, that's great.
I'm Gilbert, and I think that one way to reduce stress when you're about to make presentation is to make some coffee for your listeners so that they forget all your speech. Anyway, that's it by the way. I want to talk about why I decided to be an actuary. I actually like restricted areas. I like challenges. And then I thought that actuarial science is one of the areas where there are only a few people who can actually become chartered actuaries. So that's why I entered the profession. And that's also one of the reasons why I decided to become a mathematician. I mean, do a graduate program in math. So that's it.
Very good. Thank you. You tried to make us laugh. Moved around a little bit. All good things.
Good morning.
Good morning.
My name is Kofi Gudala. I'm from Benin, where we have pretty much one actuary, one or two maybe. So I would like to talk to you why I want to enter the business, I mean the actuarial field. I mean, one of the reasons is obviously it's very exotic to be actuary in my country. That you are seen as an alien, pretty much. Yes, you are very smart and you deal with insurance, which make most people fearful. Then the second reason why I want to become an actuary is that fact that you get to make your own career by taking the exams, passing them, and then you choose what you want to do. And I will not forget the last part of it is the compensation. You make great living out of an actuarial professional, and I think that's it.
Okay, very good.
Thank you.
Very confident, very forceful. One or two actuaries in your entire country? Yes. Well, maybe it'll be three. All right.
Okay, I'm not going to make a joke because I think the three previous speakers already made some, so I think you have enough now. I'm coming from Auburn University, a PhD student. I want to talk about why I chose my major, what I do now. My name is Givani. I'm in a statistics program. My background is pure mathematics, but I've always wanted to do something more applied, you know, quote unquote more useful. That's why I kind of like chose to do my PhD in statistics. And actuarial science is something that I value a lot because it's kind of like combine both hard and soft skills. I'm still be able to do mathematics, prove theorems, but in a more useful way. So that's the reason why I got into this like program. So when I do statistics on the side, I'm also doing actuarial science, which is independent of actually my program. And I'm going to tell you a little story. I don't know how much what I'm doing on time, but when I first got here, I didn't understand anything about American football. They told me there was a football stadium. I was very excited. I was going to play, you know. And I got to the stadium and see pictures of people, you know, doing like this. I was like, is this what you call football? They said yes. But now, guess what? My favorite, like, you know, one of my favorite sports is American football. Actually, I enjoy watching college football, and my favorite two teams are the Auburn offense and the Auburn defense.
You said no jokes, but that was very entertaining.
Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
I just want to say, oh my God. Okay, I just want to brief you on the reason why I decided to be an actuary. I came from a family of doctors and engineers, and they needed somebody in business, so I said I should go. But I started with economics, but it wasn't that challenging because by the time of my sophomore year, second semester, I had like 3 more classes to complete my major, and I was like, oh man, I need to be in college for 4 years. So I just woke up one day, picked up actuarial science, and I was like, it was very challenging at first. I actually started to struggle a little bit with my classes, and especially when the first exam came, I really booted that one really, like it was my first exam. I studied for it, I studied for any other exam, and I took it. It didn't turn out good. But one thing I learned from it was how to take exams and how to be prepared as an actuary. So I like the major, it's very challenging, and that's what keeps me going.
Okay, very good. You look a little bit nervous with your kids, but that's okay. You'll make more than a doctor as an actor. You probably make more as an actuary than a doctor.
Right.
Hi, my name is Kidam Tosfo and I'm from Eritrea. I want to make sure that by the end of this training that everyone knows that where is Eritrea. I mean, exactly. At least, that's why at least 25 people knows that if it's Eritrea, it's in Northeast Africa. This is something that I find it very hard to people that they don't know Eritrea, and I'm trying to make sure that people understand, knows where is Eritrea. I just want to talk why I choose to be an actuary, and my big incentive to be an actuary is money. I choose to study actuarial science in University of Nebraska-Lincoln. It was pretty much, I found out that Nebraskans they are dying fond of football, and football was not something that I like. I mean, I don't like American footballs because I didn't grow up in this, I mean, sport. But I just want to make them happy, and I started to like footballs because Nebraskans are really fond of footballs, especially college football, and go Big Red. So we are in a Big Red now, P-team. I completed my actuarial science program at University of Nebraska-Lincoln, and I choose this bootcamp training program basically to just develop my interpersonal skills, and that's something that I want to learn more about, how to get into the job market and just, you know, into the corporate America. So I hope by the end of this program I get those things done.
Very good. Try to look at everybody. I know you were concentrating on looking on that side, but try to look at everybody, but that was good. And I know where Richard is. That was good.
All right. Hi, everyone. I am from a small island in the Caribbean called Barbados. It's not Africa, it's not Asia, it's not Europe. Everyone keeps everyone's ever seen that, heard about it when I keep telling people where I'm from. It's a small island. I live about 5 minutes away from my nice tropical beach. I can get anywhere I want to go in about 20-25 minutes. It takes about 30 minutes drive from one end of the island to the other. And I'm used to beautiful weather all year round. And then I moved to Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. And one of the first things that I came to realize was winter is not as beautiful as you see in movies with people almost sitting around in the snow. I come to there is not a very nice experience at all. And I'm used to small buildings, but now they're 30-story buildings. Everything is a lot more complicated. It's not as simple as small island life, but the opportunities are a lot bigger as well, which is why I ended up here in the first place. And I am here to be able to gain more professional experience and update my skills. So, thank you.
Great, thank you so much. You live in a movie called Paradise.
Pretty much.
That's right.
Hello guys,
Hey.
this is Franklin. I'm from Cameroon, in Africa. How do you guys like Atlanta so far? Yeah, like it? I like it so much because I thought it would be like above 100, but it's like in the lower area so far. So I enjoy it. My speech is about the open ceremony of the Olympics Games. I didn't have the chance to watch the ceremony because I was flying from Milwaukee to here. But believe me, it's so beautiful. Whenever you have the chance, check it out on YouTube. I mean, just YouTube, check it out, the open ceremony. It makes me feel like I should be part of the, you know, organization team the next Olympics game. So I'm really looking forward for the next games. That's all for my speech.
If you don't get on the team, you can do what that person from India did. Walk anyway. That was good. No, that's good. Especially I think the audience at the beginning kind of engaged with them. Oops.
Hi everyone.
Hi.
Abna, I'm coming from Ghana. Well, I'd like to tell you guys about how I convinced my dad to allow me to do actuarial science. Actually, in Ghana, every parent wants their child to do medicine or engineering, and so they can brag, tell their friends, oh, my kid is doing medicine and stuff. And actually, the first time I told my dad I wanted to do actuarial science, I didn't know anything about actuarial science. Somebody probably told me about actuarial science. I finished high school, I did science, and everybody knew I was going to do medicine. I was going to become a doctor. But I actually I wasn't good with chemistry and biology, and I wanted to do something math related. And then I told my dad about that, and he said, then you do engineering. And I actually didn't want to do engineering either. I wanted to do something business. So when I heard about actuarial science, I just knew that was a course for me. I just knew I had the math in there and I wanted to do it. Then I told my daddy about actuarial science, and he said he doesn't know anything about it. Back in Ghana, most people don't know about actuarial science. So getting him to allow me to do it was difficult. So the only thing I told him was, I just went online, printed the salary, and gave it to him. He was okay with it.
Very good.
Well, I have a tendency to talk too long, but I'm going to try to keep it as short as possible and just explain how I decided to choose actuary as a major. I actually own a business. I've been in business for 12 years, and the economy in 2008, when it fell apart, my business took a hit. And so I knew I wanted to go back to school, and I enjoyed math, but I didn't want to be a mathematician. So I actually went on Google and typed in careers in math, and actuary popped up. And so I started doing research on actuaries, and I say, hey, I can do that. And so that is, and that is one of the reasons why I chose to pursue a career in actuary, because of the challenges that it offered me in the field of math. And that eventually led me to looking at actuaries and what other careers that I can go into, and that led me into finance. And so actually my ultimate goal is to be a financial analyst on Wall Street.
Clearly you've done this before.
All right, hi everyone. My name is Kadleho, but you can call me Ronald. I know Uncle Barry he has already done like a pretty good job of kind of explaining what an actuary does. I've actually I did quite a few papers. I did a lot of research. All my papers were like trying to explain what an actuary does. But all this time, I have never set my foot on one explanation of what an actuary does. But today, I think I've had quite a few people telling me what an actuary does. I've always said that it was kind of like the math and finance behind insurance. But I believe that from now on, I can be able to say it's the background of insurance. It is the risk and actually the calculation and management of risk. So I believe from this concoction of different people and minds here, I can be able to tell somebody that I'm proud to be an actuary and I manage risk. All right, thank you very much.
Very good.
Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
My name is Joseph Amos, and I'm a rising senior at Ohio State University, originally from Houston, Texas. And when I usually say that, people ask me why I went all the way from Houston to Ohio. And I understand that's not necessarily a shift to a different continent like most of you guys, but at the same time, it was a big adjustment. So a few of the reasons why I chose to go to Ohio State was they have a high retention rate for African American males. They have a lot of scholarships and whatnot that weren't presented to me at the University of Texas and other universities in Texas. So with that, I was able to attend different workshops. We have different influential politicians and whatnot from around the nation who come to speak with us as African American males on campus. Also, another thing that I'm involved with on campus is each year I participate in a panel discussion. So we bring in all the freshmen on campus. We show them around. We let them, make them aware of the different scholarship opportunities, the different tutoring that they can get on campus. So it just gives me a great network, and I really enjoy it. Thank you.
Thank you. Toastmaster guy, I'm really looking forward to it.
Right. All right, well, this coming Thursday will be exactly 2 years since I started looking for full-time actuarial jobs. And as I'm sure all of you know, the job market has been very bad. So I graduated from Boston University with a master's in actuarial science in January of 2011. So I started looking for jobs before I graduated. And a little less than a week ago, I had a phone interview with this company called Geico. I'm sure you've all heard of Geico. And this isn't the first interview I've ever had, of course, but I wanted to make sure that that I did very well in this interview. So I researched the company, and I prepared so hard for this interview. I prepared more for this interview than for any of the other interviews I've had, and I should be hearing back from them by the end of this week at the earliest. But the reason I tell you all this is because it'll be 2 years since I started looking for a job, and actually the lease to my apartment in Boston will be running out a month from today. So I want to make sure that I have a job so I don't have to worry about moving somewhere else in the city. But I've really enjoyed this boot camp so far, and I really think that it's going to help me with my interviewing and help me get a job. So thank you very much. Oh, okay.
You're much too talented not to have
right.
a good job at this point.
Yeah, hello everyone. My name is Julius. I'm from Ghana. Yeah, I want to talk to all of you about FIFA World Cup, and most especially 2014. It might be too early to talk about World Cup 2014, but how many of you here think that Spain is going to win FIFA 2014?
Brazil will win.
Yeah, I think so. It's going to be too hard for Spain. I think it's going to be hard for Spain to win 2014, especially after winning 2 prominent trophies like in a row. And I think that Brazil is going to take it this time around, because there is no way Brazil is going to allow any other team to come to Brazil and take the trophy away. Yeah, but that reminds me about World Cup 2010, because my country was in there. We were struggling so hard to get to the finals, only for Suarez. To kill all our dreams. But that aside, I personally love Suarez for what he did. And the most interesting thing about what he did was that, when we had the penalty shootout and we still missed that penalty shootout, he was jubilating at the side, even after getting the red card. So I think that I would have done same for my country if it was the other way around. So let's all see what happens in 2014, but I think Brazil is going to take the trophy. Thank you.
Easier to talk to something you could catch.
Good morning, everyone. Since we're on the subject of sports and everything, I figured, and you talked about favorite football team, and football's only a month away. I figured, why not talk about my favorite team, the Super Bowl champions, the New York Giants. Makes me proud. And see, the reason why I'm a fan of the Giants, well, one is that I'm from New Jersey, and even though they're called the New York Giants, they actually play in New Jersey. I lived about 15 minutes from where they played. And another reason is that, for all these Super Bowl runs, it's just unpredictable. Like, they always come in like 5th or 6th for the last 2 Super Bowl seasons they had. And they just come out of left field and actually just beat teams, and nobody sees it coming. So I just love that. Like, they just come out of nowhere and do that. And just to know, on a side note, I am not a Jets fan at all. I may be from New Jersey, but I'm not a Jets fan. And I hope that this will be another good season for the Giants. Hope they win the NFC East and maybe go on for another Super Bowl. Just to make me proud again. Right? And that's all I have to say.
It's a funny thing about New York, you either love one and you have to hate the other.
It's like Yankees.
Yeah, Yankee fan and kid.
Yeah, same.
Good morning, guys.
Good morning.
This morning, what I like to say is a little bit about myself.
where I'm coming from, and then the benefits that I've derived from this boot camp. Sorry, I have a little problem with my voice. I caught a cold last night, so I hope you guys will bear with me, my voice. Okay, so my name is Joel Ofe, as you can see, and I'm from Ghana. And what I would like to say about this boot camp is, in Africa, back home in Africa, the actuarial profession is just started developing, okay, especially in my country, Ghana, and it's hard to get opportunities like this to get to learn a lot about the profession and get to better yourself. So I applied for this boot camp, and I was expecting to be selected, and hopefully I was selected. I was glad, and I was honored to be a part of the team that is going to participate in this boot camp. And actually, what I would like to say is the boot camp has actually jump-started my actuarial career once again, and I believe that I'm light years beyond where I actually was. So that's all I would like to say this way.
My name is Yolanda Seven. I'm here to talk about the Southern hospitality. So I've heard people talk about the Southern hospitality. My friends have mentioned it, but I never really experienced it. And prior to coming to Atlanta, I've been to New York, New Jersey, and in Virginia too. 2 years back, I was in New York, and I was supposed to go see someone somewhere. And in Ghana, we don't really have fancy train stations. We just have like one train. Everyone is so proud of that train. The train, the transport, well, yeah. So I got to the train station, my first experience in New York. It was a big train station, and in Ghana, and our transportation system is such that you pay to someone and the person gives you a ticket. But there was a machine, and I was like, okay. I saw people feeding money into the machine. I'm like, okay. So being a black girl, I saw a lot of people. I'm like, I just run to them. I'm like, oh, could you please help me? The moment I say help, they just walk away. The moment I say, so I think they thought I was trying to beg for money. So I took money. I was like, yeah, could you please finally? I have money. So finally, someone took the time, got me my ticket and everything. That was my experience in Europe. But then I came to Atlanta, and it was so different. Once again, I got lost at the train station. Nice policeman got me out, put me on the right track, and I got to Georgia State University. And over here, I noticed that people say hello, they greet you, like they actually ask you how you're doing, and it reminds me a lot about Ghana. Like when we were coming this morning, there was construction going on down there, and we weren't even looking at one of the construction workers. He said hello to us and asked us how we were doing, and I found that very, very interesting. So that's my experience with the Southern hospitality, and I love Atlanta.
Yeah, that was very good. Oftentimes in New York, they can be a little rough.
Yeah, very rough. It's too fast.
Hi.
Hi.
My name is Emanuela. I'm from Montreal. So I'm talking about Montreal. Montreal is the largest city of Quebec. It's in the second largest city of Canada. There are so many nationalities. It's like New York. You have a lot of festivals. The largest is Just for Life, and so best like to jazz festival. You can film the different restaurants of nationality different. So is that. And if you want to go to Montreal, but you are worried for the French, don't worry, because in Montreal everybody speaks English about me, English and French, and is that. That's it.
Don't go in January.
Hi everybody. Hi. My name is Moklo, which means the woman everybody loves. That means at the end everybody will like me. It's okay. I'm a Georgia State alumni. I got my bachelor's degree in natural science, and I've been looking for a job for 2 months. Unfortunately, I didn't get any, but I think this is a great opportunity for me to network with people, professional actuaries, and maybe start my career. That's why I'm here. Thank you.
So you just graduated?
Yeah.
And I love the way you started it. It kind of got everybody.
I can too.
I hope he's
Hey everybody, I'm Stephanie Jackson and I go here to Georgia State, and so last year I lived on campus, so I felt pretty familiar with everything, except this morning I wake up as late as possible and I go to the bathroom and then I try to open the door to get out and I'm stuck. So I thought I was gonna die in there. I'm so dramatic. I thought I was gonna spend the entire day locked in the bathroom, but thankfully my roommates heard me screaming for help and they quickly got maintenance and they had to take the whole door off. Wow. Yeah, so our bathroom door does not have a handle on it right now. But yeah, that was my morning, and so honestly, I think it woke me up, that's for sure. But yeah, that's it. Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
Okay, I'm just going to use this board for a second to write my name. Okay, so I'll go over here now. My name is Rachel Garner, and as you notice from if you can see it, the spelling of it, there's no E at the end, which causes people to mispronounce my name and call me Rachel. This gets on my last nerve. It really bothers me. Because my name is special to me. My brother and my sister named me when they were 5 and 7, and they decided the spelling of it. So when people distort it, it kind of gets on my nerve because it has history to it. So that's my story, and my name is Rachel.
We'll see it up there for the next couple of years,
So I'm going to be short and sweet. So today I'm going to talk to you about the best place to visit. Does anyone know? Disney. Great. So this summer, while I decided to study for my first exam, I said, well, I didn't want to just study. I needed a job. So what better place? And I live in Florida, so what better place to work than Disney? Because that is where adults and kids can go together, and then that's where dreams happen. Magic happens.
All right, well, like I said, this is all recorded. You'll be able to see and hear yourselves, and I think you'll be very, very pleasantly surprised. So let me just leave you with this because we have Excel coming up in a little bit, but I had mentioned before that those who are effective presenters, their professional ceiling is like way up here, because those are the people that can get in front of clients, bring business in. Those are the people that will rise to very, very high levels. Because at the end of the day, it's important that you do the math. It's important that you price risk. But to the extent that you can do that and bring clients in as well, you're golden. That's what it really is all about. So when you find yourselves with opportunities to get in front of people and present, whether it's to teams, whether it's to clients, whether it's to conferences, jump all over that. I think it's fun. But maybe that's just me, but it really does polish you up for your career and your profession going forward. So let me leave you with that. Take a couple of minute break. We'll come back at about 10 o'clock. If anybody has any questions, please feel free. And we need to talk.
Okay.
Let's go. I hope not.
Finish the second one. First one.
Okay.
Right. And then you're working as a resident right now. So,
right.
It's your most of my contacts are sort of in the southeast.
Okay.
Things like that.
Okay. All right. Thank you. Yeah, I'll do that. Oh, and as far as feedback for my speed. Yeah. All right. Thank you. Yeah.
It was very polished. Right. So I have, for the most part,
you know what you can.
Right.
Haven't done this quite so often, but.
All right. Thank you. Yeah. All right.
I may have to recommend the first part of it. You were trying to underline this. I think before. It doesn't look the same. Try to make it work.
Oh, I'm in 1102. Yeah, and the show.
Je veux dire, un petit restaurant à manger. Il y en a plein. Because we did, someone had kicked with the switch, that gives the thing of electricity. So I found that out. So as long as that switch is on, then you can't choose, so let me know. Still going down to her 1 o'clock. Hey, I stopped it. Is this at the church?
Is this on
Hi, Dad. Hi, Dad. Oh, go home. Uko nyumbani. Aya, Daddy, nitakukall baadaye kufika nyumbani. Naongea na watoto. Niko shule, kuna mtu nataka kuongelesha. Aya. Sawa. Aya, bye.
Just tell me what time.
It's culture 2x. Culture 2x. Yes, sure. It's not much. Tells me it's unable to find a certificate. Yeah, don't worry about it. Just close the Just close it. Okay. Not the case. I tried this one time. It wouldn't even just connect with open the browser. It says the same thing for me. Like, I'm unable to find the certificate, but then when I open the browser, I have the internet connection. It wouldn't do that.
What do you know the connection is?
You have a connection, right?
I just signed up.
Try to maybe want this out. Sometimes
To use your version.
But you're not waiting for the resume critics for this afternoon?
I'm not waiting, you say?
Like before you try to finalize your resume?
Yeah.
Will you not wait for the critics?
Yeah, I wait for the critics. You see, it's very different. Like,
Yeah,
they
yeah.
will always find something to say.
They will
so.
say something different to say this. Because it's annoying us.
It's working?
Still trying to connect. Yeah. It won't get past connected together. That's weird. That was right.
Oh, God.
Having all type of access program here.
But I don't really use things. I don't use Windows.
You don't use Windows?
I use Ubuntu. So when I did it back in the room, I was using Ubuntu.
It shouldn't be. Should be. It's strong. But I'm using Windows and it's working with me. Still validating the queries. It's trying to really strong. That's validating. I have the same thing with me when I sign in. It says find the validation. I just ignore it. See what I'm having now? Windows unable to connect. It's not even a problem also. The same Windows is unable to connect to speak me out. Did you download the files? No, not yet. Well, I can download them and share it with you. Yeah. Let me show you what I'm going to do that I'll show you. Huh? Yes, I was just it's connected to internet
So do you work on this spreadsheet?
I work in single markets.
So now, the date.
Any link sites? It's,
I'll take the certificate basic course and the SAS 9 base programming in September.
Yeah, they use a lot of SAS in there. Well, in senior markets.
What kind of programming in SAS 9 like this?
Just more along the lines of the it's more along the lines of the like senior markets.
I have 5.
As far as what I could do is I can actually get into mine now and then pop up 100%, and that should bring us right into Excel. You tell me which one you want first.
Do you want me to put them in a...
Or you can do that, that's perfect. Work your magic.
Okay. I'm just going to try this instead. That's not working for me.
Alright. Send to... What's the name of paste removable disk?
What is it?
I sent it already.
Oh, it's already on it? Alright, cool.
I'm not sure if it's already on it, but I sent it to removable.
Oh, I can't check it until it disconnects.
So let me
right?
You have problems with these? No. You use culture to it. That's enough. This is culture. Not a team. Yeah, yes. No, it's not. There was culture. There's culture. So you use culture to... No. It doesn't work.
Alright.
Yeah.
Your search in the Northeast or?
I know, all over the country.
All over the country. Okay. Yeah, I will change that.
Did you get it? Yes. It's working, no? Use culture.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right, for those of you who haven't downloaded the information I sent earlier, I guess this is what we want to see up on our screens. We'll give the others about a minute. And I'll introduce our PhD students who will be going through advanced Excel, and we'll kick this off.